Hello everybody, today we're talking about Albert stuff, or Flamingo, or Albert, whatever you know him by, and recently he has gotten cancelled. And I've talked about this in the past before, but even more stuff has come out about all the edgy jokes he's made in the past. Before I say anything, I want to go ahead and ask you guys, do not send hate to anybody, do not say hate to anybody in this video, or any tweets mentioned or anything like that, because it's not the right thing to do. Of course, you guys can't expect an apology, etc., but still don't send hate. Now, if you guys want more videos like this, talking about different situations happening in the community, like this for instance, and want to make sure you keep up to date, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and notifications on, and like the video some more so we can see it and discuss what they think about the entire situation. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the first thing that came out was a whole bunch of stuff, old clips from the Albert Stuff channel. Keep in mind that all these clips are upwards of 4 years old, and some even like way older than 4 years. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you some of the clips. Of course, they are really like kind of triggering, but yeah, click off the video if you can't really handle stuff like that. Now there are multiple clips, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you the clip, and then I'm going to talk and discuss my opinion on it, and then I'm going to continue and then just repeat over and over. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first clip.
The BLM movement, the breast lives matter.
As you can see right there, he's kind of like making fun of the entire situation with BLM, and obviously that's extremely offensive and pretty sad to be honest. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. I personally don't think he like needs to apologize just because it's like so old, but of course if you guys expect apology, I kind of understand why. And let's just go ahead and move on to the next one.
Alright, I can't really tell if I'm supposed to be SpongeBob or an Asian man, so I think I'm just gonna there we go. That looks like me in real life. Let's see that. So let's see how we look from the back. Alright, for a black girl, we have a pretty flat...
So as you see right there, he's actually kind of making like racist remarks and like stereotypes. It's obviously not very good, but should he apologize for this? Tell me down below. Obviously, he did apologize, and I mentioned it later inside of the video, but should he have apologized? And how bad do you think this actually is? Let's go ahead and move on to the next one to see that one.
Like, look at this guy. And then we got Ching Chong getting his English translator to say, "I need to go, sadly. Could you guys kick..."
Now, as you see from that, he's really being discriminatory towards Asians, obviously, saying that he's using his Google Translator. Of course, all these are just jokes. They're not actually meant to be taken seriously, and he's not trying to harm anybody with these jokes or be offensive towards anybody, and they were simply just trying to be funny. But the next clip I'm about to show you is extremely offensive. I could understand completely why somebody would want an apology for this. Personally, I'm obviously not trans, but I do know it's derogatory towards trans people, so if you guys don't know what that means, it's basically like the N-word for trans people, so it's pretty bad. And I'll play the clip right now for you.
You're a transvestite! Oh my god! What the... How did he know? How did he know that I'm not a man? Cries. No, I'm not! No, I'm not! How did he know I'm just a Roblox tranny girl?
Now, of course, taking into consideration that he wasn't trying to be offensive towards anybody, and also that this was in 2016, 4 years ago. I don't know how old he was, but I would guess that it was way more acceptable back then. Of course, saying these things are never okay, especially when you're like in front of people. However, I would suggest that being in private where you can't really offend anybody, I wouldn't say it was as bad at all, but he did this in front of 1 million people, and actually 1 million plus people, and mostly, of course, children, which is normalized in this term, and it's not okay. Of course, tell me your opinion down below. Do you guys think I'm right or wrong? You're free to disagree with me, of course. If you guys think it's like totally fine or whatever, agree to disagree. Of course, do I think that he should give an apology out today or should be canceled? Personally, I don't think he should be canceled. Should you have to give an apology? It's not really up to me to decide. I feel like if you're trans, you should be able to decide whether he deserves like to give you an apology or not. I personally am not offended by it because I'm not trans, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think he deserves to give an apology or not? Now, there's this person on Twitter that was actually trans, and their name is Bella, and they said, as a trans woman, I want to give my opinion. I think an apology is due, but also I don't really believe that Albert is the same person he was then. Albert donated a generous amount to me when I was having family issues, and as a trans woman, that meant a lot to me. Obviously, I feel like pretty much everybody knows that he isn't the same person that he was 4 years ago. He's definitely changed with time, and he's become a lot better person. Now, there's another person on Twitter that said, people are burying something up, he said back when Albert rubber stuff was a thing. That's the part that they are not saying. I agree that he does need to apologize, but it was years ago when he didn't get as many views, so I guess he wasn't thinking, and he thought it wouldn't be such a big deal. But people are bringing it to attention now instead of a few years ago when it should have been brought up and apologized for. I agree, it feels like people shouldn't really get held responsible for that much of what they did like years and years ago, of course depending on how bad it was. And in this situation, I feel like it wasn't bad enough to get canceled 4 years later from something you said 4 years ago. So of course tell me your opinion, but yeah, I don't think he should be canceled. I feel like he should apologize, but he should be canceled. Now, since the situation blew up so heavily, konekokitten actually apologized for stuff he said inside of the past. Now, if you guys don't already know, konekokitten has said like the N-word in the past, like I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that. But he has said some like really bad jokes also. Most people that's been on the internet for a long time have said some really bad jokes. So this is not exclusive to Flamingo. It's probably like all your favorite YouTubers that have said stuff like this. But konekokitten said in regards to recent events and then posted this kind of long screenshot just detailing his experience and how he actually has done stuff like this in the past. Now, I'm just going to summarize it really quickly, but if you guys do want to read it, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen so you can like pause it and read it if you want to. Anyways, he basically said that he used bad stuff inside his videos also and made racist jokes, and he was just trying to be edgy. Then he realized after his father called him that it wasn't good to do that type of stuff, and then he stopped doing it, and he's just trying to be transparent when making this statement. Now, of course, Flamingo actually did apologize for this just now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read this out for you guys. I really want to make sure to not take him out of context or anything like that, so I'm just gonna be reading it really quickly in its entirety. I'm gonna try to go like kind of fast because I know that everybody's attention span is kind of low, but yeah, I'll go ahead and read it now. I'm terribly sorry to anyone I've offended over the years. It's why I don't talk about my past content because I'm completely ashamed of the things I said. I didn't even understand the weight my edgy jokes had on people's hearts. I already deleted most of the content on Albert stuff for that reason, and I'm going to delete the rest of it. The jokes then weren't a representation of how I was. I've never intended to hurt any community. I didn't want to normalize that kind of behavior or represent myself with that kind of behavior, and I wanted to continue making content that is inclusive to everyone. Again, I'm very sorry. So I feel like Flamingo really did the right thing when apologizing. Of course, he didn't really need to apologize at all, but he did anyways, because he really does care, and this shows that he does care. And konekokitten actually commented on this and said, "Much love, brother. I think people know that you aren't that kind of person, and we're just appealing to an edgy demographic. Acknowledging it and admitting fault is a strong belief, and I respect that. I also really respect that. I feel like he handled the situation really well." And yeah, that's gonna end off the entire video. Tell me your opinion down below. Make sure you guys go ahead and like this video so more people know about this, and can know that Flamingo is definitely sorry about this, and you guys shouldn't cancel him or send hate to him at all because he didn't really mean any of it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, follow me on Twitter for these things instantly, and join my Discord down below. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, and goodbye.
Got my eyes on a computer screen, trying to work my digits in. I fidget with my lettering, but never with my sentences. I pause and check the clock, and it appears at 6 a.m. again. Another night wasted or another day finished, and my mind is steady running in place. I don't want to fall asleep because I got so much to say, but I don't want to stay awake and keep exhaustion at bay.